In the fall of 2019, Daniel Carter believed he was finally starting over. After a bitter divorce, a draining custody battle, and months of sleeping on a friend's couch in San Jose, he found something that felt impossible in California, a house he could actually afford. It was located far from the city, in a quiet rural stretch near the edge of Monroe Valley, a place most people only pass through on road trips. The house sat alone at the end of a gravel road, surrounded by tall pine trees that blocked cell signals and sunlight equally well. The listing described it as peaceful, isolated, perfect for reflection. Daniel didn't mind the isolation. In fact, he welcomed it. When he first saw the house, it was late afternoon. The sky was dull orange, and the trees swayed slowly, as if breathing. The house itself was old. 2 stories, wooden siding, a slanted roof, but sturdy. What struck Daniel most was the silence. No birds, no wind, just quiet. The realtor, a woman named Mrs. Holloway, hesitated before unlocking the door. "No neighbors for miles," she said carefully. "Some people find that uncomfortable." Daniel smiled weakly. "That's exactly what I need." She didn't smile back. 2. The first night. The first night was uneventful, or so Daniel thought. He unpacked only essentials: clothes, laptop, kitchen items. He ordered takeout, but the delivery driver called from the road and refused to come closer. "Something's wrong with your place, man," the driver said nervously. "I'll leave it here." Daniel laughed it off. That night, as rain tapped against the windows, Daniel slept deeply for the first time in months. Until 3:17 a.m. He woke suddenly, heart pounding. Someone was standing at the foot of his bed. At least, that's what it felt like. The room was dark, but not completely. Moonlight slipped through the curtains, casting long shadows. Daniel held his breath, listening. Nothing. No footsteps. No breathing. Just silence again. He told himself it was stress, a new place, old house noises. But as he turned onto his side, he noticed something that made his stomach tighten. The bedroom door was open. He was sure he had closed it. 3. The scratches. By the third night, strange things began happening. Scratches appeared on the inside of the bathroom door. Long vertical lines, as if someone had dragged fingernails down the wood. Daniel assumed it was from before, old damage. But when he ran his fingers over them, the grooves were fresh. That same night, he heard something else. Scratching, not on the door, on the walls. Slow, deliberate, like something was moving inside the house itself. Daniel grabbed a flashlight and checked every room. Nothing. No animals. No holes. But when he returned to the living room, he froze. The family photos he had unpacked, pictures of him and his daughter Emily, were now turned face down. All of them. 4. Emily's voice. Emily was 7 years old and lived with her mother in Sacramento. Daniel talked to her every night on video calls. On the 4th night, Emily said something strange. "Daddy," she whispered, "why is there a man behind you?" Daniel laughed nervously and turned around. Nothing was there. "Baby, there's no one here." Emily's face grew serious. "He's tall," she said, "and he doesn't like me." Daniel ended the call early. That night, he dreamed of Emily standing in the hallway of the house crying while a tall shadow leaned over her. When he woke up screaming, the clock read 3:17 a.m. Again, 5. The basement. Daniel hadn't gone into the basement yet. The door was old, heavy, and locked with a rusted padlock. Mrs. Holloway had said the key was lost years ago. On the 6th day, Daniel found the lock broken. The basement door was open. Cold air poured out like breath. Against every instinct, Daniel went down. The basement was unfinished. Dirt floor, wooden beams, the smell of mold and something metallic. At the far wall, he found markings, tallies, hundreds of them, scratched into the wood. Next to them was a sentence, written over and over. "It watches when you sleep." Daniel ran upstairs. That night, the scratching returned, louder, and this time it came from inside his bedroom walls. 6. The history desperate, Daniel searched public records. What he found made his blood run cold. The house had changed owners frequently, never more than 2 years at a time. Disappearances, mental breakdowns, one suicide. In 1994, a family had lived there. The father murdered his wife and child before hanging himself in the basement. Neighbors reported that before the murders, the man claimed, "The house is alive. It watches us. It wants us apart." Daniel tried to leave the next morning. His car wouldn't start, no signal, no power. And when he tried to walk down the gravel road, he realized something impossible. The road never ended. No matter how far he walked, the house was always behind him, watching. 7. The man in the walls. That night, Daniel finally saw it. At 3:17 a.m., the scratching stopped.